Today I'm going to give you some tips on flying side kick. I was asked by a YouTuber. I'm not an instructor, but I do know how to do a flying side kick. So these are the tips that were taught to me. So here we go. I took some notes to keep it going. Starting with probably the most important one, don't stutter step. And what I mean is, when you're coming up on your target and you got a nice flow going, don't slow down at the end and then try to jump and do it. This would be a poor example. That's kind of not fluent. A good example okay? No stutter step at the end. Tip number 2, jump high. You gotta jump nice and high, otherwise these next few tips won't really work out. You need to be high in the air to have time to do all these other things like tucking your leg and all that. So jump high first, but then sometimes you need distance too. But start with jumping high, and maybe, start with jumping high. So for example, right here. Okay, that just doesn't work. Good example. Okay, nice and high. The other tip is to point your shoulders with your kicking leg. So you're running, if you're kicking with this leg, be sideways. If you're kicking with this leg, same shoulder, same kicking leg. Because if you face it too far forward, you just physically impossible to turn your foot, and you have to have your foot turned so you can kick with your heel. And the only way to do that is to be aligned and keep your back straight. Don't hunch over, it's terrible. Straight. Okay? So let's do a poor example. That wasn't too bad. Hold on. For example. Now, a good example. Control the upper body. Don't lunge yourself up. Don't throw your hands down as you're kicking. Keep everything tight up here so it doesn't throw you off balance. Keep it here. Here's a poor example. Here's a good example. Okay. Shouldn't be last because it's super important, but you need to tuck that non-kicking foot as high as possible. You can even if you kick yourself in the butt with it, tuck it really high. Here's a poor example, and if you don't tuck it, it'll drag you down to the ground. If you tuck it, it'll help bring you up. So here's a poor example. Can't really tell if I tucked it or not, but here's a good example. Okay? Another thing is, you'll discover you're better with one leg. One's more powerful. One kicks better. One helps you jump better. For me, I'm kind of the opposite of most people. I'm right-handed, but for some reason, I jump better with my right leg, and I kick better with my left leg. So this is my favorite. I was showing you this way with my bad side, which isn't too bad, but this is my favorite side. This is my board breaking side. Good leg. Now we'll do my bad leg. If you're still having trouble, you can practice just everything without the kick. So, jumping high, no stutter step, jumping high and controlling the upper body and pointing your shoulders. Okay? Alright? If you're still having trouble, you can jump over something. I feel like I could jump over something a little higher than that, but that's all I have. And if you're trying to get better, don't push it. So that's good. So just practice jumping over it with good posture, shoulders pointing, leg tucked. Okay? And then once that feels better, start throwing the leg. And then start kicking a target so you can get accurate. Put your foot where you want it to go. Those are my tips, and I hope it helps. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like it. Thank you.